EU leaders clashed with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán over his use of the veto to block a crucial lifeline of €90 billion to Ukraine. Orbán is insisting either Ukraine or the European Union pay for the reconstruction of part of the Druzhba pipeline, a Soviet-era pipeline transporting Russian oil to Hungary and Slovakia. At a major EU summit in Brussels, which was overshadowed by the war in Iran, EU member states expressed their deep disapproval of Orbán's behaviour, which has been described as blackmail by President of the European Council, António Costa.
The leaders take the floor to clearly condemn the attitude from Viktor Orbán, to remember that once a deal is a deal, and all the leaders need to honour their word. And nobody can blackmail the European Council, nobody can blackmail the European Union institutions.
All 27 countries were meeting to primarily discuss the EU's slow economy, but pressing issues such as gas and oil prices and supply were top of the agenda. The EU says it won't send a mission to the Strait of Hormuz given the safety concerns, but have agreed to try and find a solution to the situation in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, the economic impact of the conflict is worsening by the day, but the EU says it'll continue the path of fully phasing out Russian gas by 2027, despite ongoing supply issues due to the war.
So we have our clear targets, and we're sticking to our targets. Very important was the discussion, and you just reiterated it, how important it is that we do the transformation in the energy sector to the clean, homegrown energy sources. This is for us extremely important.
The EU is in a very tricky situation. On the one hand, having nothing to do with the war in Iran. On the other hand, under somewhat of an obligation to ensure the safe passage of Gulf oil and gas through the Strait of Hormuz. European leaders, as well as the Japanese, have said that they'll try to find a path forward over the coming weeks and days. But they're operating somewhat in the dark, given that there's very little consultation from allies, the US, about how this war is going to proceed. Shona Murray, Euronews, Brussels.